Hey guys, I'm down here in my basement working out in between bench sets, and I wanted to put together a video. I know most of my videos are geared towards specifically powerlifters, strength athletes, weightlifters. So this video is actually for anyone who is a new mom, postpartum mom, moms who have babies, infants, toddlers, teeny tiny people who rely on you and who take a lot of work and energy. Just talking with a friend who has a new baby. She was talking about how she's had a really hard time trying to lose weight after baby number 2. She is a mom who's nursing. She's able to breastfeed. So she's having a really hard time hanging on to extra weight. And I kind of thought, I went through that too. I want to put together some thoughts in a video for all the other moms out there who I know are also having a really hard time with my daughter, my oldest. She's 4 now. When I was pregnant with her, I was so sick when I was first pregnant with her. My first trimester was really challenging. And when I was in my second trimester, I ended up in the hospital for a week because she had attached herself in a spot in my uterus that she was pressing against my ureter, so my kidneys were blocked and not draining. So I was in the hospital trying to just get my kidneys to work basically until she, shifted or whatever. So I really wasn't able to work out. My first pregnancy, I wasn't on bed rest until the very end. So I was able to at least still go for walks and, kind of move around. My second pregnancy was significantly harder, much more difficult, much more challenging, much more painful. I was on bed rest for a very long time. I don't honestly even remember how many months it was. I was able, my second pregnancy, to work out in the beginning. I competed when I was, I think, 10 or 12 weeks pregnant, and then I continued training light, but still powerlifting training up until about 6.5 months pregnant, and then my hips just couldn't handle it. So I ended up being on bed rest shortly after that, because he just got too big for my body to handle at that point. So when I was on bed rest, I ate my feelings totally. I ate whatever I wanted. I was eating, ice cream at 2 a.m. I was eating mac and cheese all day. I was eating, just junk. I went from, before I was pregnant with him, I was about, 135, maybe 140. When I went in to have him, I was just shy of 200 pounds. So, I definitely gained a lot more weight with him than I did with my daughter, but I had a much harder time actually losing the weight after he was born. Both of my kids were C-sections, so after they were born, I had to wait 6-8 weeks to really heal. Because of my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, my body heals a lot slower than most people, so it took even longer than that really for me to be back to normal. I was in a lot of pain when I was pregnant with him, and a lot of that pain was reduced after I had him, but I still had to go to physical therapy and really let my body get back to homeostasis. So after I had him, I still carried a lot of that weight. I had a really hard time. I was nursing him, and so, your body clings to fat storages and fat deposits so that you have what it takes to actually produce milk. I carried a lot of extra weight. I had a really hard time with it. And mentally, it was a huge struggle for me. I was walking with a walker when I was pregnant with him, and I had so much pain and weakness, and my hips were dislocating and damaging, everything around that area so much that I really never thought that I would be powerlifting again. My doctors warned me that, that might be part of my reality. And I was so nervous when I first had him and I was able to really get rid of some of that pain and heal a little bit. I still thought, well, I have no idea how I'm going to lose weight because I can't strength train. I can't do what I'm used to doing. And I was very concerned about it. I did try dieting, and as soon as I started dieting, my milk supply to feed him just tanked. It was awful. And so I really struggled with it. I struggled with wanting to look fit and look lean and, feel like myself and feel strong and all of that. So, it was really, really hard. It was quite a few months before I really felt like myself. And, talking to my friend today really kind of brought that back to the forefront of my mind. So I wanted to make a video and just encourage with my story and my own experience, and also the knowledge that I have as a coach, any other moms who are really struggling with this. I mean, I have experience working with other postpartum clients. I have experience working with women who are pregnant, who are still training, who are competing, who are, able to stay fit and strong during their pregnancy, which is really great, but that's not everybody's situation. So I wanted to just encourage you. I'm happy to write programs. I'm happy to give you, the names of really great diet coaches. But what I really wanted to share today with anyone who either is in the strength community or not, if you are a mom and you just had a baby, or you have toddlers and you haven't been able to take care of yourself, and you're really struggling with the way that you look and you're not comfortable in your body anymore, I just wanted to share. We have all felt like that. I don't think there's a mom on the planet who hasn't looked in the mirror and felt like, oh, gross, ew, like I can't stand the way I look. I'm, too chunky and this and that. Everybody jokes that they want to be thick, but like when it comes down to it, we as women really, really struggle with our self-esteem and our body image. So I wanted to just encourage moms who are, really trying to lose postpartum weight. There's really great programs out there. There's all kinds of things that you can do, but the best thing that you can do, especially if you are a breastfeeding mom, is just be patient. Just be patient. Let your body heal. Let your body do what it's doing. Just give yourself grace, cut yourself slack, and remember that what you're doing, keeping a tiny, tiny human alive, is a miracle. It's incredible. It's something that some women, wish that they could do their whole lives and they're never able to. It's an incredible blessing. It's a gift. And as much as we struggle with the way that we look and we struggle with, not really feeling like ourselves, it really does go by so fast. Especially the second baby, I feel like, oh my goodness, my son, I don't even know how my last 2 years of my life flew by as fast as they did. I really can't believe it. And I never thought I would compete again. I never thought I would feel like a good, comfortable weight again. And since he's turning 2 in 2 weeks, since he was born, I have competed 4 times, 3 times, 4 times, I don't know. I am back to being about 145, which I'm really comfortable with. I feel strong. I am happy with the way that I look. I'm happy with the way that my lifts are moving. But it was really, really challenging actually getting to this point and learning to just be patient with myself. So I just wanted to encourage all my other mom friends. I know it's so hard. I know it's so mentally exhausting to day in and day out just not feel comfortable in your clothes, not feel comfortable in your skin. The best advice that I can give are these things. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace. Cut yourself some slack, and remember that this is going to go by faster than you even realize. It's only temporary. The second thing I can say is strength training really, really helped me, because I felt like if I was able to accomplish a really difficult workout in the gym and lift heavy weight and, move my body, I felt so much better throughout the day between the endorphins and just feeling like I was capable of something in the fitness world. It made me feel so much better. So move. Even if you're doing workouts at home with bands, body weight, whatever it is, you're going to feel so much better. And then the last thing is, don't go crazy with cardio and dieting and all that stuff, especially if you're a nursing mom. But even if you're not a nursing mom, if you're a formula mom, you are still not sleeping. You are exhausted. Your body is so drained. Don't go insane with, doing all these crazy, long hours of cardio. Go for walks, push the baby in the stroller, It doesn't even have to be a mile. Just walk for a little while. It's going to be good for both of you. It's going to give you a sense of accomplishment and feeling really good, like you did something healthy for your body for that day. And then just eat intuitively. Eat lots of veggies, eat lots of lean meat, egg whites, things like that. Fuel your body, because you are producing food for another human. Even if you're a formula mommy, you're still producing food for another human. You're cooking, you're putting formula together, you're taking care of another tiny person. That takes so much more energy than just existing on your own. So make sure that you're just choosing healthy things, but don't go crazy. Just give yourself room and time and space to just enjoy this process, because it goes by really fast, and you have a whole life ahead of you to build your body into the strongest, fittest body that it can possibly be. So that's all I wanted to say. That's what I have for you. I hope that this is encouraging. If you are looking for a program, I have some free programs that I just put together for people to be able to do at home during quarantine. But going forward, if you ever, need help with anything as far as your workouts and you want advice, I'm happy to help, or I can point you in the direction of somebody that can. As far as diet, all of that stuff, I'm too lazy to do diet stuff. So I have other people who I would be happy to send you to that I trust completely. So I hope that this was encouraging. I hope that you are enjoying the process of being a mommy. And yeah, that's